now we are going to see a multi-purpose table for the parts of speech of the English language. You would have definitely learned the parts of speech in the previous grammar sessions. Now we are going to go for an outline as to what the parts of speech are, their functions and their types. It's just a revision of the parts of speech. Parts of speech. The first one, as we all know, is the noun. Now what is a noun? A noun is nothing but names of persons, place, or a thing. We all know this. Let's see what are the different types of nouns we can have. We can have a singular noun. What is a singular noun? For example, I can say office. Plural noun. What is a plural noun? Offices. Or I can say collective noun. What is a collective noun? Collective noun is a flock of birds, we say, right? So a noun is nothing but name of persons, place, or a thing. It can be a singular noun, plural noun, or a collective noun. And I have given you the examples of the words. Let's move on to the next part of speech. Pronoun. You should always remember that a pronoun is like the elder son of a family. Imagine this parts of speech to be a family and the noun to be a father. Pronoun acts like the elder son, which means he takes the place of the noun. He replaces the noun in its absence. Replaces the noun. Let me give you an example of the types of nouns, pronouns, with respect to the subject. With respect to the object and indefinite. Example for a subject: I, you, she, he, all these things come under the subject, and that which comes under the object is me, her, him, etc. And if it's indefinite, it is going to be it. Let's go through the noun and the pronoun once again. Imagine the parts of speech as an English language as an English family, and consider noun to be the father and pronoun to be the elder son. He takes the sole responsibility of the family. Okay, so similarly, without a noun, it is very hard for a proper sentence to exist. So the noun consists of the names of the person, place, or a thing. I have given you the example of the different types of nouns: singular, plural, and collective. A pronoun is a responsible elder son, okay, who replaces the noun. Whenever noun is not present, the pronoun takes the position of the noun. Subject, I, you, she. If it's an object pronoun, me, her, him, they. If it's indefinite, it's it. Let's move on to the next family member of the English family with respect to the parts of speech. We have checked on the father and the elder son of the English family. Let's move on to the mother. Verb. Verb is referred to as the mother of the English family because she's always seen doing some work or the other, right? So what is a verb? A verb is an action word that's a function. It can be regular or irregular. If it's regular, it's going to be words like ask, dance, swim, sing. If it's going to be irregular, it's going to be words like go, be, etc. Moving on to the next person is the adverb. Now, adverb is considered as the younger daughter of the family, okay? A daughter is always found helping the mother. Same thing happens here. The adverb always helps the verb. It describes the action or it gives more information about the action. So, an adverb gives more information about the verb. So, it can be with respect to time, place, and manner. With respect to time, for example, if I'm going to say the verb, she danced. With respect to time, I'm going to say she danced yesterday or she danced this morning. So I'm going to give you more information about how she had danced or when she had danced. Place, she danced in the temple. She danced gracefully in the temple is the manner. Right? So let me give an example. First say, time can be now, place, towards, manner, fast. Or as I said, gracefully. How did she dance? Dance is the verb. And how did she dance? I'm giving extra information as to how she danced. She danced gracefully. Going through the verb again, it's the action word. It can be regular or irregular. Example for regular is ask, dance, and irregular is go, be. Adverb, it describes the action. It gives you more information or it gives you extra information about the verb. For example, as I said, if I'm going to say she danced, how did she dance? She danced gracefully. Where did she dance? She danced near the temple or in the temple. Or time, when did she dance? She danced, she finished her dance just now. So that gives us the time. So it gives more information about the verb. The adverb always describes the action. It gives extra information about the verb. Let's move on to the next part of speech, adjective. Now you should understand that there is a minute difference between a pronoun and an adjective. A pronoun takes the place of a noun in its absence, whereas an adjective describes the noun. It gives more information about the noun. Just like how your adverb gives more information about the verb, the adjective describes the noun and gives more information about the noun. So it can be, the different types can be a one-worded one, the single word. For example, red. She is carrying a red bag. So I am describing the bag that she is carrying. I am giving more information about the bag. So it can be one-worded. It can be a phrase. Very happy. Example. She was very happy after hearing the results. So I'm giving, see, instead of saying happy, I'm saying very happy, where I'm trying to give you more information about the noun as to how happy the person is. Determiners. What are the determiners? A, an, and the. These are the determiners. And finally, quantifiers. You would have learned the quantifiers in your previous grammar sessions. So example of quantifiers can be one, many. So it shows the quantity. Let's move on to the next part of speech, which is the preposition. Our preposition shows relationships. How one is related to the other. Let's check with the different types. Preposition with respect to position, with respect to direction, with respect to time, and agent. You will have a better understanding if I give an example for these. Preposition of position, I can say at or on. The book is on the table, so that describes the position of the book, where it is being kept. Direction, into or through. The boy jumped into the river. So I'm going to show you the direction here, into the river. Next comes time. Can be at or in. For example, we shall meet at 5 in the evening. Example which shows the time. Or the agent, by or with. Let's go through both the part of speech once again. Adjective. An adjective describes the noun. It gives more information about a noun. You should be a bit careful not to get confused between a pronoun and an adjective. A pronoun replaces a noun and an adjective describes the noun. So it can be one-worded, a phrase, or determiners or quantifiers. I had given the corresponding examples for the same. Prepositions show the relationships. For example, it can be preposition of position, of direction, of time, and of agent. I had given the corresponding examples, just a few examples. It's not that you just have two preposition of positions. There's so many. Under, beneath, over. These all show positions. Okay? So these are an example of the words to be used under the different types of prepositions. Let's move on to the next part of speech. We are going to move on to the last set of the parts of speech. Conjunction. I'm sure you know what a conjunction is. We had learned or discussed about the same in the previous sessions. Conjunction joins words. If, and, but, yet, since. Right? So there are many like that. Let's see the various types. Coordinating conjunction and subordinating conjunction. Since you had learnt about these in the previous grammar sessions, I'm just going to go ahead with an example for each. For a coordinating conjunction, my example is and but. For a subordinating conjunction, because. You need to give the reason for the sentence followed by another sentence with this subordinate conjunction. Moving over to the interjections. That's the last part of your speech. Interjection is quite interesting. It always shows emotions. Now, how do we show emotions through English? Through our facial expressions? Yes, fine. But how are we going to go about with English? Let's see the different types of interjections. Affirmation, hesitation, exclamation, and interrogation. Giving an example will help you with clear understanding. Aha is an example of affirmation. When you say aha, which means you are accepting it. Hesitation, is an hesitation. Exclamation, we all know what an exclamation is, and interrogation is a question mark. Recollecting both the parts of speech. Conjunction is that which joins the words. It can either be a coordinating conjunction or a subordinating conjunction. Interjection is that which shows emotions, either through affirmation, hesitation, exclamation, or interrogation. So that brings us to the end of the parts of speech. We have learned altogether 8 parts of speech and their functions along with their types.